As you are creating content for your library's website, there's one little function that I want you to make sure is turned on. Should only take you a second, and it will create a better experience for anyone visiting your library's online presence. I'm going to talk about that in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. If you head to that website and you look for the Library Marketing Show tab, you can ask a question that I'll answer in a future episode, or you can nominate your library or another library for kudos in library marketing. We're going to get started with today's episode with kudos, and our kudos today is going to the Winnetka-Northfield Public Library District. I have to say a big thank you to Kathy, who wrote in, and she said, the marketing department at the Winnetka-Northfield Library District has been very busy these past 2 years. We've completed a library rebrand, launched a new website, redesigned our quarterly publication, and added a talented social media coordinator to our team. Our internal stats demonstrate that our efforts are paying off as we're connecting with more patrons through new marketing tools. That is a lot for a library to go through, and I just want to give them kudos for doing all of those things to try to do a better job to connect with their community of readers. So congratulations and kudos to the Winnetka-Northfield Public Library District. And now for today's topic, why every link on your library's website should open in a new tab. This is a pet peeve of mine, and so I decided to use my platform to make a case that library websites should have links opening in new tabs. It really makes it much easier for your users to navigate back to the original page that they were looking at. We want to make sure that we are preventing people from accidentally navigating away from your library website. We want to keep them on there as long as possible, and having all of our links open in new tabs do that. So that's my big plug for having links open in a new tab. However, as I was researching this, because this is just my opinion, but I want to see what other experts think about it, I learned that there are accessibility concerns about links opening in a new tab. So I did want to share those with you so you can balance your decision. For people using assistive technologies, opening links in a new tab can sometimes be confusing because they might not understand how to navigate back to the original page. So for them, it disrupts their browsing flow, and constantly opening new tabs can lead to a cluttered window, which is not always the best user experience. It works for me, but it might not work for other members of your community. Bottom line, look at your library stats and perhaps experiment with having links maybe on just one landing page on your website. Have all the links open in a new tab, see if it helps your stats, and then you can make a decision from there about whether to implement that tip across your entire library website. I'm curious about what you think. Does your library have a policy about links? Do they open in a new tab, or do they have to open in the same tab? What do you think about my assertion that all links should open in a new tab? Let's get a conversation started down in the comments. And that is all for today's episode of the Library Marketing Show. But stick around because my channel is full of other tips for library marketing. If you're interested in learning more, I'm going to be in this next video. Head over there and I'll meet you there.